Hey creative people, this is Shakhawat from Creative Arch. So this is our design um, that we have done in Inkscape. Uh, if you want to um, see how we can create this type of thing, then I will add the um, that particular video description in this that particular video URL in the video description, and we are going to use friction, both friction and Inkscape. Both of them are open source softwares. So what we really typically do is we design our graphics and vectors in Inkscape, and then if we want to put some motion there, we go to friction. We use friction for that. So this is pretty much the way you can do something in friction. You can do some design in friction as well, but I think the smartest way is to especially if the design is advanced and smart, um, I would recommend using Inkscape. So anyway, this is the design. Now our plan is to, this is welcome, and by the way, this text is made of custom rectangles, not any fonts, and you will learn that in that video. But our thinking is this pedal here, we will just rotate it with a slower pace speed, and this it will just scatter a little bit here and there. So very simple motion graphic situation. So now what we will do, we will make this ready for the friction, and what you will do now, let's um, um, let's select all of them and bring them down a little bit, right? And how do you do? I think it's done already, but just to show you how we did it. Um, so what we will do, our frame in friction will be 3840 by 2160. So here we will have that same frame. So if we go to click off rectangle tool by pressing R, and we will have a rectangle, and let's go to selector tool and just make it 3840, and coming over here make the height 2160, 4K, right? Now we will put it there. Now these elements here, we will press Ctrl G to group temporarily, and with this selected we will hold shift and select the add-on, and we will go last selected, center on vertical axis, center on horizontal axis. Now the thing is, as you can see, this whole group is underneath of rectangle. That's not the standard situation, so you will move them up. Let's try again. There you go. So we don't need this rectangle at all, the background. because we will create the motion graphic and with a transparent background. The exported video will be in transparent background. That's why the reason though we are having this rectangle here is because we're just resizing these inner text and elements so we can see where we really like. Now we are happy with this much spacing around the elements. Then how do you do? We will simply delete this by pressing delete key on our keyboard, and also how do you do? Let's go back by pressing Ctrl G. So this has opacity, as you can see here, and also the color is not black. So let's go and change the color to black and change the opacity to 100. Right now, when the video is transparent and exported from Friction, although the video is transparent with the mauve extension, is still then in the background will be black. So that's why we're tracing the color here with the black background. Now in the black background, these texts, these elements should be white, light. So that's what we're talking about. Now we can ungroup this by pressing Ctrl Shift G, and this group is the really text. So you'll select that, hold Shift, select the last one to select all of them, and we will go the how about 10% gray, and if we come over here, select that and select that, we will go 20% gray, right? So we are keeping the focus on the text, and these are just the decoration purpose. Now we are happy with how it is looking. Now simply we will select that rectangle and we will hit delete because we don't need that. Now you just don't have to bother here with how these are looking. We'll just simply select both of them, and you will come to export with go selection, and you're not bothering with the width and height. We are happy. Now let's go to the destination. In Friction folder, we'll go with plain SVG. As you can see, we have that on already because I worked already, but we can replace that, so let's save and let's go replace. So now we are done with Inkscape here, so we can I don't know, we can just close this out or close without saving, we don't care. Now how do you do? Let's close that out. Now we will open up Friction. So let's go to Friction. Now this is the motion graphic situation starts. So now when we are on Friction, we will click new, and that's fine. Now we will go, it needs to match that rectangle there in Inkscape, that dimensions there. So that was 3840, so we will go 3840, and for motion graphic we will go 60 fps, and we can go like 600 frames in total. And the background really, for now we could leave it as black, but later we will get rid of that. So now we are here. We'll press Ctrl 0 to fit the canvas into the view. Now we will go press Ctrl I to import that design. So let's go and get that design, Friction. So that's the one that we have just exported from Inkscape. We'll go open. There we go. Now here we will select the entire layer and we will get this thing in the middle. So here we will go align horizontal center and align vertical center. Now we'll come over here and expand there, and this is the petals group. We will expand there, and this path 73 is that little petal, and this is that big petal. So let's go with big petal first. So let's expand there. Now our plan is with big petal is just to rotate it during the 6 seconds, 360 degree. So let's expand transform, and here on rotation, that little circle on the left, we will just click, and it just created a keyframe. Our initial rotation is 0, so we'll scroll right all the way to the 600, and there our rotation will be 360, and you can't see anything because 360 and 0 is the same thing. But if you go and preview the SVG by clicking there, you will see it's just spinning slowly. Alright, so the next thing is this little boy, that little pedal. We will again start from 0, and let's collapse that and get into that pedal and expand transform, and we will go translation. So on that left little circle, we will click there to initiate the keyframe here. Now initially it will start from here, and at the end it will get back on here. In the middle it will just go a little bit, scatter. Now we will have we have in total 600 frames. We will divide that by 6, and that is 100 frames. So we are going onto the 100 frame. We will move it to somewhere else. Let's say we are moving it just here. So what you will do, this is the X value and this is the Y value. So we will drag onto the X value and go to the left to make it go to the left. We're just dragging. And the Y value, if we go to the right, then this is going down. If we go to the left, this is going up. So left is minus, right is plus. So we need to make it down. So we will just drag it to the right. I think this much is fine. Let's say now on the 200 frames, we'll just move it here. Let's change the Y value. Now let's go to the left. I think that much is good. And on 300 frames, let's get it here. So we will, on the X value, we'll drag to the right, and or let's say we'll just move it there and a little bit down. All right, and on the 400 frame, where do we want it to be? Let's just put it here. So let's change the X value, drag to the left, and on the 500 frame, um, let's move it again here. So let's change the y value, drag it to the right, and x value to the right as well. Now you can do it on your own, so it's totally up to you, but make sure the final point is going to be just as the initial point, which is 0. um, all right, so now if we preview this, the final thing, so as you can see, it will just keep going because it is on loop anyway. So now let's come back here. Now it's time to render it, since we are happy with the creation. To render, we will click that render button there, and we will come over here, scene 0 frame to 600 frame. We are happy with everything. Now since we are going to go with transparent background, let's anyway um, change the background transparent, close out, and okay, hopefully that will reflect here. Now we'll go to format and make sure we are going with QuickTime Move, PNG, and RGBA. We don't need audio, and we will go click OK. Now next thing is to choose the destination where we are going to save that. So let's come over here and let's go under friction. Let's go welcome text, with petals, motion graphic. Let's hit enter. Now the final thing, you need to click render here, so it will take some time. Alright, so we are finished here. We can save this for now by pressing Ctrl S, and we had on from before, but let's go welcome to. So this is saved and we can get rid of this. Now let's get rid of these things. Alright, so it will go away in a couple of seconds. So to see that, now this video won't be open with any it might not open with every video opener, video player, but in my case it opens with, because this is MOV and with transparent background, but in my case it works with pot player. And in a minute I will also show you if we really have the transparent background at all. So anyway, let's close out here. We will now check if we really have the transparent background. So let's come to a start and open up another video editing software, which is OpenShot. I like it pretty much because it's another open source software, and I tried Kdenlive a little bit and it looked crazy to me. I don't know, but the only thing here is it takes a little bit time for fast opening it. I don't know, maybe it's just on my computer, but alright, so we are here now. How do you do now have a background? So let's go and press Ctrl I, to import file. Are we doing it? I mean, let's press Ctrl I again. All right, let's get out of there, and let's go open shot, and let's go, I don't know, let's go with that green on. Okay, so we have this, and let's press Ctrl I again. Now we will have that motion graphic, right? So let's open. This is optional, but I'm showing you. You can skip the video, you can end the video here and stop watching, but I'm just showing you whether the you know the as you can as you can see, I think we don't need to do anything, since the fact that this is a transparent video, you can just get that from here. So I'm not going to do it any further, so I'm going to stop it here. But I think this is how you can create uh, I mean designing in Inkscape and exporting that, and then bringing that into Friction and just adding some motion. Thanks so much.